Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we're going to do a reading that feels to me like a continuation of the reading I did, I believe it was yesterday, with the first card being the Hand from the Tattoo Tarot about a pretty manipulative magician. We have the Magician coming out in the reverse from the Golden Art Nouveau, along with the Six of Wands in the reverse. And this tells me that we have somebody that has overestimated their ability to win in a situation or been a little overly confident because they thought that they could control the narrative or force the outcome that they wanted. I don't think that's going to end the way that they wanted it to. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's cold and rainy here today, but makes for a really good day to stay inside and do some reading. So hopefully I can do several for you guys today. Let's start with, I feel like the Black Tarot is a good place to start for this kind of energy. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. This is bad planning or taking action before you really think through the consequences or the details of the situation. We have the Two of Swords. So you may be seeing a lot of twos or 222. We have somebody here who is at a crossroads because whatever has led up to this point, they assumed would go smoother than it has. So this feels like a decision that someone didn't anticipate they would have to make. This could be something like, well, if my partner actually leaves me, where do I live? Do I have to couch surf? Do I have to go live with my parents? What do I need to do here? So this is somebody realizing that they didn't get what they wanted and they didn't think through a situation as in depth as they probably should, because this does seem like kind of a serious situation. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. This would be, I love this card, first of all. I don't know if you can tell. There's a skeleton kind of like stretched all the way across the card. And we have this in the reverse, which is a good thing, right? Because this is saying whoever had at one point been a little bit upset at how things had gone in the past, this feels like perhaps a different energy than the Magician. There is a sense that somebody can move forward now and they have additional opportunities to them. So this could be like an ex-partner or spouse to the Magician in the reverse. Yep. Ace of Spears. This would be like the Ace of Pentacles. So what I see with these is somebody who's like pole vaulting towards their new life or towards a blessing, some new opportunity. It could be like a new job, a new living spot, just a new kind of like zest for life because you've been able to perhaps free yourself of a burden that you don't need to be dealing with. Good morning, Joanna. How are you doing? All right, let's see what else we have. The other thing I like to point out about the spheres in the Black Tarot is the spheres, of course, being pentacles. This has like the kind of look for me of like a power button or a restart button. So this could be more than one thing that's changing for you. For some of you, you may be actually changing where you live, changing who you associate with, changing your job. There may be multiple things that you have worked to improve or upgrade, and now it's like everything's falling into place, right? We have the Tower in the reverse and the Three of Swords. But the other side of this coin for the person who is trying to manipulate you or this situation is that they are falling. I don't know if you could see, it almost looks like a spider in the middle of that tower. But we have somebody who is kind of in free fall right now. They didn't expect to be dealing with some of the fallout from their own actions because they've been able to avoid that kind of thing for a long time until they met you. So this might be somebody who has done something similar to multiple people over and over again. And then they ran into someone that actually had good intentions, good, you know, well, I would say even like unconditional love. And that ended up really kind of forcing a spiritual lesson here for this magician in the reverse. Like, no, you've done this manipulative thing for too long, and now you've messed with somebody that had really like solid intentions for you. You're gonna learn a lesson. Because we have, look at that Three of Swords. Hello there, pirate. How are you doing? We've got somebody who is quite literally torn in half, and I would consider that to be a moon in the center of this carcass. And that is the secret, like motivation or intent that this person had to control the situation. This is no longer something they can hide, no longer a secret, right? It has been exposed. And with these three swords not being all in the same place, this feels to me like three different incidents where this person did what they did to you, to other people as well. But they're not going to be able to keep on trucking, not the way they have. All right. We're going to continue with the beginner tarot. That was a cat hair. All right, what else do we have? The Four of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So the actions that this magician in the reverse has taken could be coming from a place of jealousy or feeling like they can't control the situation, so they grasp for more and more control. But we have the Four of Swords coming out at the same time. So I feel like there's a sense here that somebody has been able to find a break, maybe going to work or going to visit family provided an opportunity for solitude or introspection to start the healing process here. And this may have made it very clear to this magician in the reverse that they now have a different decision to make. This may have been, like that moment in Thelma and Louise when, who's the asshole boyfriend? Is his name Daryl? I think it's Daryl. The husband who comes home to find the microwave dinner and the note and like the little teddy bear with the flowers. Like, oh, hey, I just decided to leave. Okay, see ya. And now this magician in the reverse is realizing they have not planned for this contingency. And they have to decide, am I going to keep working for this outcome that I don't deserve, or am I going to let somebody go? Well, we have recklessness coming out with the Fool in the reverse. There may be a brief hesitation where somebody has to make a decision. Do I go after this person, or do I just, stay home and lick my wounds for the holidays? And then somebody takes some sort of reckless action after indecision. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm going to take that since I saw it. The Moon in the reverse and the Star. So this magician, I believe from the last reading, we knew that this was somebody that was likely to be a little bit of a user or wanted to ride the coattails of others and not have to necessarily pull their own weight, right? So with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, this person may be realizing that if they don't act quickly, they're going to be, really hurting financially. And with the Moon in the reverse, there's something here about their deception. Remember with the Three of Swords with the Moon in the middle? Their deception has been laid bare. There's been either a lot of gossip or maybe even like a newspaper article. There's something here that has put to paper some sort of accusation or evidence that this person is, selfish and greedy and did something unforgivable. With the Star, this is lining up with our Ace of Spheres. We have a new opportunity here. And it says all of your dreams are coming true. So this feels like somebody who has gone through a really difficult time here in terms of specifically love, but probably also finances, having basically leveled up after this ego death, dark night of the soul, difficult period in their life. I may be specifically reading for light workers or healers or those that identify as, chosen ones, that kind of thing. You are consistently trying to make other people's lives better or help them see what they need to do. We have the Five of Pentacles. This person, the Magician in the reverse that was trying to control the situation, is likely facing financial issues or possibly not even sure where they're going to be living over the holidays. And they could be struggling to find anyone that wants to help them because of the information that has been shared freely with others, right? Hello there, Miss Christina. How are you doing? All right, let's go with, this is the Bianco Nero. So we have communication coming in. And this Page of Wands is generally about good news or something that would, kind of make your day or make you feel better. But I hesitated because we also have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of, is it Wands? Yeah, Queen of Wands in the reverse. This feels like somebody who has given up because, like, basically retired or dead at a situation because whatever betrayal happened here is like the last straw. Like, I'm sorry, dude. There is no like unfinished business here. There is no second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter. This is donezo, like no going back, right? And then we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is like coming across to me as, and if you like push the matter, we're gonna fight about it. Like, you can't manipulate me, you can't convince me anything different. I know exactly what happened here. Like, I'm not a malleable mind for you to be able to convince that I've read the situation wrong. Like, done, Oh, it's the real McCoy. I'm so glad you guys are all buddy. Oh my gosh, soul food? Christina, tell me what your favorite recipe is. You don't have to like give me the recipe, but I'm curious now. We've got somebody gaining in strength, somebody realizing that they deserve better, somebody realizing that they had been somehow kind of like misled in terms of their own value or their own ability to move forward. And now with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, it's like you've shed this layer or this coat that made you feel like you couldn't find a new life, a new partner, a new job. And that Magician in the reverse is basically wearing that now. What they wished for you to feel about your own self-worth or opportunities in the future is now a very real depiction of how they're feeling and what their situation is, because people have seen them exposed for somebody that is greedy and jealous and dishonest and betrays people. Casserole? Yum. So just so you know, Mr. Redbeard, welcome back, by the way. If you were to live in Minnesota, the casserole would definitely have tater tots and probably like hamburger meat or, like little ground up beef, onion, probably like some cream of mushroom soup, possibly some green beans, and then you top everything with the tater tots and throw it in the oven. So give that a try if you want to be Minnesotan. Me personally, I would add a little bit of spice, but you gotta be careful up in Minnesota. Not everyone likes the spicy stuff. All right, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is realizing that if they continue to hitch their boat to this Magician in the reverse's truck, they're probably going to continue to have issues, right? With the Six of Swords in the reverse, that is like, things are not getting better. Things are just the same, right? But the Four of Cups in the reverse is also saying, on one side, this Magician in the reverse didn't think that they would get rejected. Did not see that coming. They didn't think that was a possibility. That's the Six of Wands in the reverse coming out, right? We started this by saying this person was overly confident. This person was cocky. They didn't think that you would send them packing. It reminds me of a situation that I ended. I hesitate to share this, but it was a long time ago, so I'm not too worried about it. And this person was basically just being straight up disrespectful to me, and I didn't care for it. So, I ended it, even though it had been a pretty sizable, like lengthwise relationship. And the dude said, I really didn't think you would like break up with me unless I like hit you or cheated on you. It's like that, whatever that dude's name is who plays Dexter, that gif where it's like, I'm sorry, what? No, sweetie, there are multiple requirements for hanging out with Carmen. And those are not the only two offenses for which eviction is filed? Like, no. That's what's here, like somebody thought that as long as I didn't do this or as long as I didn't do that, everything would be fine and they could find a way to like keep you tethered or keep you stuck on them, right? And you're like, honey, no. Like, I love myself. And if you're not going to love me, then I'm going to love myself over there. Make all the jokes you want. Oh no, Joanna, I'm sorry I made you hungry. Oh, that's delicious. You guys are making me hungry now. Did I not get any cards out? All right. We need two more. Ooh, Judgment. In my head, I'm hearing that end tone for Law and Order, like dun dun. Decision has been made. The filing has been ruled. You are out, like Heidi Klum. There are people moving up and there are people moving down. So we may see the Wheel of Fortune come out at some point. Oh, Lordy. The Devil. This is underneath the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. The person who could not move beyond whatever addiction or selfishness, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, whatever it was. This could be just straight up narcissism, right? This is coming out for everyone to see in terms of who has this energy. And it is resulting in loss and a lot of change that this person thought that they could avoid. Now, for some of you, I see that we have with Judgment and the Devil, XXXV, and that triple X is making me think that there could be somebody here who has a sex addiction or an addiction to substances that could be influencing how they operate. But remember, even when you have, a medical condition or an addiction, you want to be non-judgmental if you can, but that doesn't mean that's your burden to carry for someone else. We all have our own healing to do, and it's our own responsibility, right? All right, let's see. Had to do some cracking of the knuckles for Mr. Pirate out there. This is Sparta! You crack me up. All right, what else do we have today? Ooh, we have that Queen of Wands energy. This feels like people being shocked at what they heard this Magician in the Reverse did. You see how her skelly hand is like, oh, I never. She's like shocked that this happened. But I also feel like, yeah, with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, there's this element of people seeing you in a different light as well. Like they maybe were a little bit too quick to judge the situation, especially if, let's say, the traditional roles are a little bit reversed, right? Because a lot of people will be pretty quick to assume that a masculine energy cheated versus a female, even though it obviously happens on both sides of the equation. There could be something here where people assumed they could believe one person and not the other, and now they've had to like reassess how they view things, because with this Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Wands, it feels like people put two of you in the same category or assumed that one was slightly more respectable or reputable than the other. And now they realize that somebody was presenting this facade, and it was really just to draw people in to take advantage of them. When they look at the situation with, more information, they realize that this was all just like a game to this Magician in the Reverse, like how many times can I do what I want to do without having any consequences for it, kind of thing. Joanna, I agree. Dang, pirate. That ain't cool. Yeah, so if I was like a non-American football fan, would that be like a red flag, or do you guys have something different? All right. Ooh, Judgment in the Reverse. Now, this is coming across more so as somebody doing something against their better judgment, especially because this is under the Fool in the Reverse, which literally says unwise decisions. And then we have the Ten of Swords. That's like the ending, the betrayal, whatever it was like, and we're done. Like literally no coming back from this. And then the Judgment in the Reverse. This is like somebody almost like like testing the boundaries. They maybe were able to get away with not coming home at night and explaining that they'd stayed over at their friends, but now there's like a picture of them on Facebook or something, with their arms around somebody else, something like that, where it was like, if you didn't think that was going to cause you problems, you're an idiot. Like, there's evidence on social media, or there are plenty of people who saw you or told me, like, someone sent me a picture. There's something here where they could not deny what they did. It was obvious. And that's why whoever I'm reading for, you're just moving forward. Like, I don't have time to be upset over losing somebody that was just treating me like a doormat. Like, I am going to be happier for sure, because I won't have to deal with that. I won't have to question who I am or if I'm doing right by myself by being with this person, because last nail in the coffin, sayonara, no more chapters, no more future, nothing. Like 5 of Cups in the reverse. This is, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Good call, Pirate. I do not have Facebook. That was 2016 where I gave up on Facebook. But maybe like Instagram or Reddit. I will always love Reddit because there are some witty, angry people on that platform, man. It's just quality entertainment. But I'm a total lurker, you know? I do enough non-lurking on YouTube. All right, 6 of Swords in the reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. Wow, that's a lot of earth energy, you guys. You may be dealing with a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Otherwise, there's just a lot to do with money here because what do you see? I see somebody trying to take someone else's money. Somebody thinking they could take something from their former partner to start a new life, or that they could ruin a new start for their partner. But I also feel like with this 5 of Pentacles in the reverse coming out, there could be somebody else coming back into your life that wants to improve your financial situation with you or help you with that, right? Like maybe you get a job offer, a promotion, an inheritance, a gift. There's something positive happening here for the individual that was betrayed. A balancing of the scales. All right, we might as well go for the situations deck, don't you think? I'm shocked I haven't gone there yet, actually. Well, if you do decide to quit Facebook, you know, I'm here for you. I feel like social media can be a pretty big trap in terms of people focusing on the wrong elements of their life. Like, this means I'm happy, and then they're really not. So why not just be happy instead of having to show everyone, look at me, I'm happy. All right, we have Magnetic in the reverse. Somebody feels repelled, repulsed, disgusted by whoever this person is. Like, I have zero problem resisting you. Oh, you're the last person on earth? That's cool. I've always wanted to know what it's like to die fast. Like, I'm not going to be in a relationship with you ever again. Like, you may not believe me, but I believe me, and that's what matters. Yes, I agree, Pirate. It's social media is continued conditioning after you graduate from school, right? Like, well, how can we influence your thought patterns and make sure you focus on the wrong things or get all caught up in the rat race? Yeah. One of the things I absolutely adore about where I've moved to, you guys, is there is a preference for face-to-face interaction and actually connecting and having a conversation versus, sending a text message and being quick about it. Like, here's what I need from you. Very transactional kind of thing that I had experienced up north. And I feel like that's somebody here is realizing is I don't want any of that superficial stuff, right? I want meaningful connections because all of that superficial stuff just ended up with like toxic behavior, right? I love it, Pirate. You get it. All right, we have Interlude in the reverse. Yeah, see, this Magician in the reverse really thought that this would just be like, oh, I'll buy you flowers or I'll buy you a watch or something and then we'll be fine because we've been together forever. This is just like a hiatus, right? Like on Friends. Nope, it's not, because you're serious and this person is eventually going to realize that, but they probably haven't quite yet. All right, we have pressure cooker, ready to explode. I feel like this is the general energy between probably you and this person. Like you would prefer to just move on about your day, about your business, and yet if they keep poking at you or trying to get your attention or talking about you, you may be a little bit feeling this like pressure as well. I think more so this is about the magician in the reverse getting more and more angry because they realize they effectively kind of like set a trap for themselves. They pushed someone who was taking care of them so far away that now it's having ripple effects with other people in their life that now they don't want to step up and help this person. So they're basically finding out that they're on their own and no one wants to be associated with them. You guys, you are cracking me up. I know this was your energy. You're like, nope, I don't care if you buy me a ring. I don't care if you buy me a car. I don't care if you buy a house. I don't care if you tell me that you can't live without me. I don't care if you think I'm God's gift to the world. Nothing you say, nothing you have will change my mind. You know, just done. That's where we're at. All right, this is the Meta Muse. You guys, that tater tot casserole, I'm feeling guilty because I didn't mention carrots. I feel like carrots are a pretty important part of your nutrition, but also that casserole. Okay, I'm gonna cut to the reverse. Carmen's cooking and tarot. Okay, we've got, I wanted to put it up here. So I feel like this is the magician in the reverse, trying to use additional emotional manipulation on you and likely other people to try to get assistance. This person could be faking a medical problem to try to get people to take them in or help them out some way. The carrot emoji. That's amazing. Oh, hello. Okay, do I call you Brianna or Brianna? Because, you know, I'm always worried I'm going to say people's names wrong. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse, and I'm kind of chuckling a little bit here, and I probably shouldn't. But this is the magician in the reverse having a fight with themselves. Like, picture somebody in a room by themselves, like maybe even looking in the mirror, like, oh, you absolute idiot. How could you do this? You did the one thing that would push this person away. And now there's like nothing else you can do. Like, this person is really upset with themselves, even though they're trying hard not to let anybody else see that they feel weak or that they feel like they can't figure out this particular situation. Yeah, this person is coming across as very defensive right now, but I feel like all of these wands down here, these are like backed with evidence or solid accusations. I'm just focused on the fact that these all seem to be eventual, like inevitable. Even though your magician in the reverse has climbed to the top of the pyramid, I think they're coming across as devious, and it's apparent to them that things are, you know, ending for them. I love that song, Joanna. I grew up on oldies, so I love pretty much anything from like the 50s on, and now living in Tennessee, I like country a little bit more than I did. I think I have to, right? I have to have a changed perspective, like the Eight of Swords. Oh, yes, Frank Sinatra. Yes. Harry Belafonte. Yes. All right. Eight of Swords in the reverse. This person is realizing they may not be able to manipulate their way into somebody else's home or somebody else's finances. This is maybe somebody realizing they're going to have to like do something a little bit desperate. They might have to ask someone for money they never thought that they would need to. They might have to get a job. They might have to try to steal something. So for those of you who feel like they still have access to where you live, please do what you can to at least get like cameras installed or some sort of additional protective measure, just to make sure you feel, comfortable. We have the Fool and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I love this depiction of the Fool because we have the wheel up there at the top that makes me think that somebody is deciding to finally leave what has been holding them back and get back to the top of the Wheel of Fortune. But there's also, it feels to me like you've needed to remove a lot of toxicity from your life before you could have this new beginning. So for some of you, it could be that you had to, move away. Could be that you had to leave a job or a hometown. It's Kipper time, you guys. Are you ready? Message in the reverse. This is echoing this Eight of Wands in the reverse. I'm sorry, did you say something? I don't want to talk to you. I can't hear you. Like, you're just like done with it. So we have expectation, Lovers in the reverse, and toil and labor. I'm really sorry for laughing, you guys. It's hard not to be like full on like tarot with Empress Eva style and be like, yeah, no, if you act like a fucking idiot, you're going to have like consequences, right? Like, don't be stupid. But we have somebody here who thought that they could stay wherever they were and still be dishonest, disrespectful, disloyal. But with the Lovers in the reverse, they are now realizing that they don't have what they thought they did. See how she's too busy looking out the window to notice what's going on behind her? This person was convincing themselves that they could continue to be selfish and greedy and disloyal and nothing would happen. They would be able to continue to use people in their lives. And now we have toil and labor. Now this person is realizing that if they want to, have a place to live, if they want to be able to eat some food that they like, whatever, they're going to have to work for it. They can't continue to do what they were doing before because people see through them now. This is like the opposite of a heartthrob. This is like nobody wants to be with this person. They might have to save up money to be able to move away so that they can, fool a different community maybe, but they can't get very far with these people that have already, seen who this Magician in the reverse really is. We have great fortune underneath expectation. So there could be something here about this person knowing that you were meant to be successful or that you have an inheritance coming, something along those lines. You have some sort of star quality or ability to stay focused on what you need in the financial situation that made this person feel like they could live with you and have kind of a lush life without having to work very hard. And now they're realizing that's no longer an option for them. Unexpected income. So this feels more like something for you. This is like this person knew that you were going to do well. Maybe they knew you were going to get a nice payout for selling a house, something like that. But they knew if they waited long enough, they would be able to take advantage of this. And then you kicked them to the curb and now you get that money. And now you get that money because it was meant for you, not for this person. So if you've been waiting for a check or some sort of abundance to fall from the sky, It was dependent on you moving away from the people that would be likely to steal that from you or be disloyal to you, right? Man, that's just weird. Why are you sharing pictures of your sister? Get off my channel. Pathway. So somebody has found what they are meant to do with their life. Likely you are doing something that is helping others. Maybe you work on finding cures. Maybe you work on helping people with therapy. Maybe you do physical therapy. Maybe you are working in a church. There's something here that you do that is helping the community around you. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. Or maybe you're working towards that. You might be getting a degree so you can be a nurse, something like that. All right, we're going to get the last little bit of clarification from my favorite, the mini OG Rider-Waite. Redbeard, I can't blame you because like it's really hard for me not to make jokes constantly. Queen of Wands. Hey, there's your answer, Redbeard. Is she hot? Oh, she hot. Sorry. We have the Six of Wands and the Empress in the reverse. So I do feel like the Queen of Wands is your energy here. So you may have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart, or you were dealing with one. But what I see is someone being able to successfully get away and move on after realizing someone they were really infatuated or attracted to was actually this Empress in the reverse. Now, take that as it resonates. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us, but really what I see is somebody that was maybe a little bit overly focused on the physical elements of your relationship and not willing to really commit to you in an emotional way or in any way really, or open up in an emotional way. They may have felt more comfortable keeping things to like the flesh, right? And then over time you realize this person didn't want to be that compassionate, loving, kind, loyal person that you thought they would be. They ended up being a taker and, manipulative because they were selfish. They may have been really proud of bragging about being with you and had maybe some like jealous buddies or family members, but all of that is gone now. Tell me about the star. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Someone is realizing they can no longer block what was intended for you. So remember I said when you get rid of these toxic energies, that's when that money comes in for you. When you make this decision to no longer let toxic people have any impact on your life because you've kept them at a distance or you've actually rid them from your life, you're able to move forward and actually dedicate the time you need to whatever your pursuit is or whatever you want to be able to accomplish. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. This is Spirit encouraging you to keep probably no contact in place with this person, especially if you feel like they were a narcissist or manipulative with their words. You probably don't need me to even say this to you. You probably feel like that was the plan anyways, girl. Like, I don't need those cards. When you have a moment of weakness, maybe it's 2 a.m. and this person sends you a text message and you're feeling lonely. Remember this. You are no contact for a reason. You have better things in store for you. You deserve better than somebody that would manipulate you. You left this for just cause, and there's no reason for you to go back to it. Talk about pathway, please. So you may have felt like you had to, kind of expect the worst after giving people the benefit of the doubt and then realizing that they were actually mistreating you. But now we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse with the Knight of Cups. So there's somebody that you're going to encounter that is going to offer a cup of love or maybe even, a promotion. This could be like a creative venture for you, but there is going to be something here that doesn't have any of that murkiness. You're going to feel pretty much right off the bat that this is a good fit for you. This could be vocational or romantic or both. And this situation with the Nine of Swords in the reverse is going to make you feel like after a lot of anxiety or difficulty, you finally have something that gives you a measure of like peace or hope, faith that you went through something for a reason because now you're smarter than you were before and still capable of giving out that unconditional love, right? All right, here's the Zodiac Fortune cards. Carry through your ideas, you will be successful. I told you. You are a very well-liked person. Shit, I like you. All right, one more. You have very good friends. Now, if you've already worked to cut out the toxicity from your life, good for you. The ones that you have deemed solid, you're probably right about that because you've got some good friends. Don't go overboard and, scorched earth approach here, okay? All right, you guys, I've got some personal readings to hop onto, so I'm going to do that for a little bit, but I'm hoping I can get maybe 4 or 5 videos up for you guys, so I'll be back in a little bit. Let me know, by the way, if you want any personal readings. I'm still open for probably about a week before I'll shut that down for the holidays, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.